Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for February 27th, Wednesday, 2019. All right, folks, we got some interesting articles to cover here. Had the Michael Cohen congressional hearings today. Streamed it on the Patriot Tech. What a crazy! I listened in most of the day, most of it. This guy, unbelievable things discussed and came out right. Interesting to say the least. So, again, convicted liar. What do we take? How much can we take away from that? Desperate. Seems like he's working with the Democratic Party. Spoke with, Schiff, Pelosi, Cummins. I mean, take what you will from it, folks. All right, we're gonna jump into this article again. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. All the returning patriots that have been here, welcome back. We welcome anyone new. We cover tidbits of information, connect the dots, and bring you articles at a given time when we see what's the best thing that we can bring you out of scanning through a lot of junk. All right, a lot of different articles, and then we land on some, but some are more important than others. Not that everything doesn't have, depending on your research and what you're looking into, things can pertain to you. So anyway, do your own connecting. Never take what we say here to be word or fact. Think for yourselves, connect your own dots, and come to your own conclusions based off, everything that you can get your hands on to look at. All right, listen to everything, read everything you can, believe none of it till you can verify. All right, let's jump into this article here. I got to pull up a desktop screen capture. Get this wide. All right, here we go. So, Andrew Cuomo signs gun confiscation into law in New York. The legislation allows gun rights to be stripped from private citizens without any criminal conviction. Published 6 hours ago on the 27th of 2019, February. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signs the latest New York law expressing the state's hostility to the Second Amendment Monday. The red flag law will take effect in 180 days. The legislation allows a court system to seize legally owned firearms without a criminal conviction. Private individuals, law enforcement, and school administration can request that the judges impose gun confiscation on those personally deemed a threat to themselves or to others. The bill lays out a process through which a judge can issue... Where did that go? The bill lays out a process that the judge can issue an order preventing individuals deemed to be a security risk from either possessing or buying a firearm, buying a gun for 6 days. During that period, a hearing would be held which the judge could extend the gun ownership ban for up to a year, all without any form of criminal conviction, and merely at the request of on another individual who deems another to be dangerous threat. The backdoor extrajudicial gun confiscation is gaining popularity across the country as an alternative to policies that would ordinarily require criminal convictions to strip Americans of their Second Amendment rights. Even Republicans in nominally conservative states such as Arizona are pushing to implement systems that would allow for a red flag gun confiscation. New York already has some of the toughest gun control laws in the country. Firearms deemed to be assault weapons are banned, and the state has imposed a licensing system for ownership of all guns. Gun ownership in New York City itself is largely restricted to the wealthy and politically connected, as the city utilizes a complicated permit system that largely prices out middle and working class law-abiding citizens from gun ownership. So they already got some of the most stringent, invasive tactics in play for the normal law-abiding citizen to actually just have and own a gun. Unless you're willing to pay lots of money. And it just happens. they're just playing games up there. I feel bad. I got lots of buddies I served with that live in New York. I see them on social medias just ranting and raving, and some of them are fed up enough that they're willing to move. And that sucks. Things get ugly on The View when Meghan McCain reveals every Democrat presidential candidate voted for letting born-alive babies die. For a minute today on The View, it almost felt like Meghan McCain and Joe Barr might need to take their heated argument outside. Far-left comedian turned political expert Joe Barr started out the segment by showing a clip of a radical socialist congresswoman, AOC, Democrat from New York, warning that humans need to stop reproducing in order to save the planet. On Monday, Senate Democrats blocked a bill put forth by Republican Senator Bill Sass that would provide protections for babies born alive in cases of botched abortion or infanticide. After watching the video where AOC Cortez warned young people wondering if it's okay to have children, the unhinged Joe Barr asked, "Shouldn't people be worried and scared about the world ending soon?" Barr asked, "Don't climate say that we're on the verge of doomsday?" Barr continued, "To me, like every time there's a weather report, Al Roker should say it's going to be 20 degrees in New York and another polar cap the size of Portugal has just dropped into the East River." Barr said that it was the obligation of the weathermen to keep everyone alarmed over man-made global warming, saying the weatherman need to tell us every day how close we're getting to total disaster on this planet. The View host Meghan McCain can be seen looking at Barr across the table like she's a Martian who just landed on the set. To the other far-left host, Sony Houston, argued that Barr was correct and shared leftist propaganda to prove her point. Abby Huntsman, a conservative co-host on The View, told Barr, "There's a difference between caring about our climate and asking a legitimate question about doing away with human race." Huntsman laid into the radical freshman congressman, saying, "Of all the things Ocasio-Cortez said, this is by far the most outrageous." A furious Meghan McCain interrupted to announce that every Democrat 2020 presidential candidate supported the infanticide bill. After McCain went through the list of the Senate Democrats who were running for president in 2020 that voted to block the Born Alive bill, McCain warned her fellow Democrat activist host, "If Democrats want to win an election going forward, are you going to be the party of the late-term abortion, the party of infanticide?" McCain warned the radical position Democrats have adopted about killing full-term babies or babies who are born alive in the botched abortions is well outside of the mainstream and will not serve the Democratic Party well in the future. The pro-life host attempted to interject her opinion. She attempted to explain that the bill isn't really that bad, saying, "I need to push back on that," attempting to say that the bill the Senate Democrats blocked was to provide medical care for infants who survive failed abortion, and it's extremely rare that this would ever happen. McCain wasn't going to have any of it, interrupting her and calling it disgusting and infanticide. So they kind of were going back and forth. Ugh, keep saying the Democrats, a frustrated Meghan replied. Joe Barr interrupted Meghan, shouting, "Let her tell her side." McCain, who appeared to be unable to control her disgust over her co-host's support for infanticide, continued to just keep calling it disgusting. So, again, these people are coming to full light. All right, we're starting to see more and more as they grasp on to things that they're going to pitch for. I mean, now that I think they're going for reparations, that's their main pitch. That Kamala Harris has picked up on. They're going to be pushing for things like that because there's nothing left. They can't say we're going to do everything opposite Trump's doing. Get the economy back down to where it was, get everyone back on, not working, being unemployed, and then we'll look at fixing it ourselves. I mean, they can't even go that far. So it's a stretch. It is a stretch, folks. And again, New York's just doing lots of things wrong. What has happened? And is it too late? I don't know. I don't think so. I think there's a chance. We've got to fix things and get things back into an organic, natural, what the people truly, without all the propaganda in their heads and things driving them mad. So, again, Jim Jordan did a fine job today up on the testimonies with Cohen. kept reiterating that he was a liar, a proven liar. That's one of the reasons he's going to jail. You were just here a month or two ago lying to Congress. What makes you want to believe you today? You seem like a scorned man that didn't get a position in the White House like you always wanted, or maybe were promised, and that's when he'd get really mad. The few times that was brought up, you could see him that he didn't like that. So interesting. All right, we're gonna go ahead and shut this one down. I'll be back at some point later on this evening. There are no new Q. I checked right before this video. We'll keep an eye out. Any other breaking news, anything that we need to bring you guys, we'll bring you. Make sure you're subscribed. Please share this video across all your social media platforms. Take a look in the description box. All the links are down below of the articles and things that we cover. And again, folks, just take a look in the comment section other than leaving a comment. Some of the greatest patriots are right here helping, guiding, doing all the research, connecting all the dots, and they will leave you crumbs of their own right down below. So, and leave a comment. We love all the comments, and sometimes we get ideas for the next program. So we appreciate it. All right, again, I'm Mike. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you. And we'll see you back here on the next Patriot Hour update video.